Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be answering one of the questions that I get the most. How do I season my cast iron skillet? And also make sure you subscribe to the channel because I drop weekly recipe videos and a lot of times I am using these versatile skillets. Alright, you'll see me opening up a brand new cast iron skillet here. I'm going to show you how to do this from scratch. I got this from Lodge, not sponsored, but I do love Lodge. They're my favorite and go-to cast iron. And you'll notice that these actually come pre-seasoned, but I like to go ahead and still season it myself just to be sure that that coating is nice and good on there. Alright, first give your pan a rinse down since it's straight out of the box, and then grab a microfiber cloth or towel, and that's what we're going to use to spread our oil. Add a bit of oil. Here I'm using canola oil. You want a high smoke point oil, that's what's important here, so you can use canola, peanut, or grapeseed oil, all are good options, or vegetable if you have that as well. If you don't have one of these microfiber cloths, feel free to use a paper towel, but just make sure it's a paper towel that doesn't leave a lot of lint, because you don't want that residue baking into the pan. So, what does seasoning your pan do? This is basically going to make your pan non-stick so that it'll be easy to cook anything in the pan. Starting out, I would cook fatty things like bacon or burgers, and then you can even get into cooking eggs once this pan is well seasoned and they won't stick to the pan either. Alright, so you'll see me adding oil bit by bit just to get a thin layer of oil on all of the pan. And when I say all, I do mean all. You want to get the top, the bottom, the handle, even the edges of the pan covered in oil. That way the entire pan is seasoned well. Now make sure you don't add too much oil here where it's dripping all over the place. Otherwise you're gonna make your house smell like you've been frying chicken all day, and that is not what we want here, because we're gonna end up baking this dish at a high temperature. A lot of people get intimidated by the term seasoning their cast iron skillet, but really it's just that simple. Just adding oil and creating a coating all over the pan. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and get a baking sheet and line it with some aluminum foil. What this is for is to catch any excess oil that drips off down from the pan when it's baking in the oven, because we're going to be baking this at such a high temperature that we don't want that oil dripping down and hitting the bottom of the oven. Now go ahead and get your pan face down into a preheated 450-degree oven along with the baking sheet right up under it. After an hour, go ahead and turn off the oven and let the pan cool down with the oven until the pan is cool to the touch. Feel free to go ahead and repeat this process 1 to 2 more times to get an even better coating on there, but since this one is pre-seasoned, I'm going to just do it this once. Also, I highly recommend that you get some sort of silicone handle holder or some sort of pot holder, or you will burn your hand because the entire pan gets hot with the cast iron skillet. I may or may not know from experience. Don't be like me. So make sure to grab one of those. I'll link one down below. And now is the perfect time to go ahead and whip up some bacon, because you have to test out the pan, right? And we all know bacon makes everything better. Anyway guys, I hope this video took some of the intimidation factor out of cooking with cast iron skillet. It's really not that bad. It's very simple and easy, and if it did, make sure you are subscribed to the channel because I do drop weekly recipe videos and a lot of them do use cast iron, which I love. Just like this creamy shrimp pasta. Thank you for watching.